Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to about 3:15 on Monday the 16th. Kelly gets me up this morning. She didn't have to get me up. I was just laying there. I got about, if I'm lucky, about 2 hours of sleep. So I got up and I had breakfast, and man, I was just nauseated. I did not feel good. I think it was just from the pure lack of sleep. I tossed and turned. Stomach was upset. Took something for that. That didn't do anything. I just laid there and tossed and turned and tossed and turned. So Kelly goes, well, why don't you just, I ate my breakfast. She goes, why don't you just lay down for a little bit and I'll wake you up, when it's time to get up. When you have, that time limit to take a shower and let's get the heck out of here. And next thing I know, it is 1:45 and the dogs wake me up from barking. Kelly took off and went to the store. And anyway, I go, God, Lord, I can't believe I ended up getting a good night's sleep. But Kelly said she didn't feel good either and laid in a chair watching TV for a couple hours and got up and felt better and did a little run to the store. It's beautiful out here. I was surprised. We got our curtains in the bedroom. They're like blinds or whatever. They completely blocked the light out, and I'm sitting here kind of half awake, and I'm going, wow, it seems bright out there. Flip the old curtain up, and I see this. So anyway, I had some lunch. That felt good. I was thinking about flying my drone, but there's those guys out there working on the barn. I hear some people way down there on the road doing some grading. There's some kids kind of to the back of us here. I'm just not going to fly the drone. I was going to fly the little Mini 2 after its update. Make sure you guys check all your settings before you just take off and fly. That thing got all kinds of janky in there. They'll do that sometimes on a big update. I don't even know what the update was. I think this was an update to the update, so I need to go back and see what the previous one was. This was kind of like a fix-it thing or something. But I don't know. I asked Kelly, I said, what are the roads like? She goes, oh, they're damp here and there. She goes, but it's kind of nice out there. 47 degrees, it'd be a little chilly on a motorcycle. But I'm pondering dragging something out and going for a ride. What do you think of that? Maybe a little Himalayan or something. I don't know. But anyway, welcome to the day, late in the day. Well, over an hour and a half later, I'm still here. Now the clouds are running in. So I go in, I was just seeing if there's anything in the way. I was thinking about taking my Himalayan. And yeah, all the battery chargers are turned off. And Kelly goes, well, that's really weird. I noticed that the barn lights were off. I go, really? She goes, yeah, they're all off. So anyway, digging around for all this time, on the main box coming into the property, one leg of it goes to the house. The other leg goes to the shop. Well, half of the looks like it's two 220s going in there is what it looks like. Well, half of it's gone, so the furnace doesn't. Well, I think the furnace is the cause, but yeah, because that leg, how it splits off, for the regular, 110, 120, whatever you want to refer to it, how it splits off and creates those different levels. Yeah, it was shutting different things off. So yeah, figured it out. I think it's the furnace drawing too much, but to verify that, the one leg of the 220 going into the shop is bad. So just random, there's a wall with a radio on it and stuff like that. Just random things were shut off. And so anyway, we figured out it was that breaker, and it's a few on and offs with it. So there's a bunch of 220 sockets and stuff that they're not being used. So I have everything that's 220 turned off, including the furnace upstairs. So yeah, gotta figure out how how we're gonna keep the shop warm now. Or just get somebody. But the way things are nowadays, getting somebody out here, electrician, to look at stuff like that could be tricky. But we'll see. We'll do some investigating. But with the heater off, once it's not overworking that breaker in there, so that heater shouldn't draw that much. Could just simply be that breaker's broke down. But man, you're tapping into the main line, and that's some scary areas in there. Yeah, very scary. But it's got a main off that literally breaks it from, the outside source. So anyway, sketchy. That's a lot of voltage. Very scary. So there was no ride. The ride just simply did not happen. And as you can see, it's already getting too dark out here. So I don't know if you guys pay attention, but the difference between the Bronco and the TRX Sport, which is just a base model TRX 4 Traxxas RC car truck. Anyway, even with that Hobby Wing 1080 Gen 2, I'm going to go in there and play around with some settings a little bit. But that, with the stock motor setup, that thing is all kinds of herky-jerky. So, I don't know. Let's see if I can adjust some settings in there. Because the one with the Fusion Pro is just crystal smooth. Mama says, yeah, whatever. Oh, I was out there talking to the peeps. Because I was going to go for a ride, and that didn't happen. So, anyway. So, I'm a little late for coming out here goofing around with RC cars, but these barn lights are just 25-watt bulbs. But once you're out here, your eyes get acclimated, and they work great. So I'm just gonna goof around. I may or may not record anything. I don't know. I was gonna make a bunch of adjustments on the 1080 Gen 2. So I just got another one of those Hobby Wings 2-in-1 Fusion Pros, the 2300 kilovolt ones, like the Bronco has in it. I'm just tired of messing with it. The one that's in here, I got it on sale for $36. It's a $50 speed controller. I'll use it in something else. I don't know. But yeah, the difference between this, because it's so herky-jerky. You get up on something, and then it goes, whoa. And then, like, I come over the ramp and I go down, and it, like, takes off. There's just, like, this dead zone in it. So it's just it's not overly satisfying to drive when it's doing that. And then you get the Bronco with that Fusion Pro engine in there, and it's built-in speed controller. It is just night and day. It's just so smooth. So, yeah, that's coming. Takes a couple seconds to put it in, program it right quick, and you're off and running. And it'll now drive like the Bronco as far as controls of the vehicle. That's just next level. If you guys never heard of that Hobby Wings Fusion Pro, the 2-in-1, it has a higher, the BEC is stronger. It's just the most smooth for a rock crawler. It's the most smoothest thing you'll ever run. Fantastic. So anyway, I'm just gonna goof around here. So I've been forcing myself to drive one-handed with my little nub there, my thumb wheel. I just drive it without even thinking about it. It's when I turn the dadgum camera on. So I've been goofing around here. Everything's been great. One of the things I was gonna was the initial throttle response. I was gonna turn that up, because like when you get here and you get on something, see, there's like that. I got it turned down a little bit. It goes to 100% when you gas it, but it has that kind of a kind of a dead spot. And this is where I run into a problem. Like when it comes off of here, it's I have it, the braking set to 100%, but it reacts. Maybe it's because it has a stock motor in it, but it reacts. See, that should be 100% brake. And then like when I roll over this edge here, see, you're throttling and you're giving it more than what you think you should. And then it kind of bumps over it rather harshly. Where the Fusion Pro is just, everything is so linear and smooth. And I have the Fusion Pro pretty much set, other than reversing the engine direction, it's set absolutely to stop. So we'll try this little, I'll just handhold it here and do a little goofing around. See, using the one-handed thing is not that much of a deal. And I am holding the camera instead of my other ways of doing. Oops, I just kicked one of my own little obstacles out of the way. Loving these rock rollers, though. If you guys haven't gotten into it, one of you guys are getting the K10, the TRX K10. It's the Trail Boss, whatever it is. It's this jacked up older Chevy C10 looking body on it. It's called a K10. It just came out here not too long ago. It has larger wheels. It has the they got the long suspension. They got a term for it, but anyway, I was speaking to somebody. Well, actually, he was talking to me, and I just said nice. I was in the middle of something. But yeah, he said it's supposed to show up today or tomorrow. It goes the next day or two. That thing, if you look on their website or any of the reviews on it, I think it's called the Trail Boss, but it's the Chevy K10 Traxxas. It's the TRX4 version. Oh, that thing is nice. And the body is like the Bronco. It's one of those really, really nice bodies. And I've only seen it in red and black so far, but on their website it says new colors available, but I didn't dig deeper. That thing would just clear this because it's taller suspension. It'll have more ground clearance, but you got to watch the side hilling when you jack them up. There's a long suspension option for this as well. Well, hello there, YouTube. There was an ending video out there when I was goofing with the truck. Somehow or another, I deleted it. Transferring stuff around. Definitely been the last 24 hours. At least I got yesterday's vlog built. Yeah. And kind of went to bed just a little late. Flipped and flopped and flipped and flopped. I must have watched 15 episodes of Columbo. Wasn't that many because they're like 2 hours apiece. But man, it seemed like it's forever. I got a big log of them. I save them all on the DVR. I think literally I have all the original ones, not the ones that came back out in the 80s, but anyway, yeah, I watched a lot of Columbo last night. And man, I don't know, after 8 or whatever it was, I don't think it was even 8, somewhere around 8 when I tried to lay back. Kelly goes, try to go back to bed. So I lay down and man, I don't remember anything. The lights went out. Then I wake up and Kelly goes, something's wrong out there at the shop lights. I'm like, oh no. So that took all kinds of digging. And I zapped, it's one of my oldest ones. It's one of those, it's red and it has Honda's name on it, but it's an Optimate 3 in one of my chargers. And it's the one that's hooked up to the iron. I go out there and it's showing red. That's weird. So I disconnect, reconnect, and goes back to red. So I grab the one off the Slim, put it on the iron, and it just goes into normal charging thing. I don't know. But what's weird is I plugged the red Honda one into the Slim, and the Slim started charging, didn't turn red. I hope that Optimate battery I don't think I've even ridden the bike since I put the Yuasa battery in there. Got Optimate on my head.
I don't think so. The weather has been, for crud.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever ridden it since I put the battery in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. Well, it's kind of a pain to get in there, but I should test that battery, make sure she's a kicking.
Yep.
I don't know. One of those days, electrical deals. I think it's related to that old furnace. Who knows how long that thing was up there for? We moved here. We've been here 16, 17, something like that years. Long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was doing something weird when I had the compressor running. It did a weird thing. What's weird is it's all running at 220 up there, and why it's affecting some of the 110 stuff. I don't know. 120, 240, whatever.
Yeah.
But
there's ones and twos in it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's selecting certain areas. It's shut on that one bank. But it's the fuse at the main thing coming in that's shutting one half of it off, so without the load. So I think it's a fuse problem. Get that fixed and then check the heater.
Yeah.
I got a little thing that we've had that keeps it out there. I've been going in there checking it every once in a while. It's just keeping it a nice steady 62, 63. So it'll work. But being in that shop, it pretty much runs all the time at 1,000 watts. I could use up some electricity after a while.
Yeah. I don't want to get the bill.
Because the furnace comes on, blast it in there, it stays that way for a while. Plus, there's so many vents, it just doesn't run for a long time.
Yeah.
It does its job and signs off for a while. I don't know. Life.
Check out that one thing first.
Life in the country, I reckon.
Yes, it's never boring.
Yeah, that was very bizarre trying to figure out. Didn't realize it was anything to do with the furnace. I just happened to check across the main lines coming in from the box and going, one half of this is out.
Yeah.
So, is that your beeping it's done?
Yep.
Oh, so I guess we gotta go. It's dinner time. Sorry about losing the last clip there. It was just kind of a sign off. I drove around for a minute or so, said my little piece at the end, and came inside. Anyway.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. I'll take a big gulp of NyQuil or something before I go to bed tonight. Let's do something. Now I'll be afraid I'll do it again,
Yeah.
But,
get yourself all worked
Yeah, boy, I don't know if it was the lack of sleep or whatever. I did not feel good this morning. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still got a headache. Yeah. I literally did not feel well.
It's weird. Maybe we breathed in something.
I don't know. Who knows?
Anyway, we got to go do dinner stuff.
Yes.
So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
See you then.
Bye-bye. I forgot you said your little piece.
Yeah.
All right. See, it's continuing.
Yes.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.